Okay, I'm here. Everyone chill out. The emergency Monopoly Go rant gathering is now in session. Oh, good morning, afternoon, or... Okay, hold on, everybody. Let me go grab some Gatorade. I literally ran all the way here from work to do this. Don't say I never did anything for you. Okay, that's better. I'm refreshed. Let's go. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Intel here. I'll be honest, I didn't think I'd be back here. Why am I back here? Why am I doing this to myself? There are so many other things I could be doing. Why this? Do people want another 20 minutes of me complaining about Monopoly Go? Oh, okay, I hear y'all. Go grab a snack because I'm going to sit here and complain about Monopoly Go. Again.
Are you not entertained?
In all seriousness, why am I back here again? Well, there's a few reasons. Besides that, I've been playing Monopoly Go ever since I made that first video, and I've been reading a lot of the comments on that video. Between these comments and me playing recently, somehow, the game has gotten worse. Exponentially worse. Although I'm sure that's a surprise to absolutely no one. If you thought the last video was a rant, buckle up. I am angry. If you're new here and you're unfamiliar with how the game works, be sure to check out my first Monopoly Go video to get a breakdown of the mechanics and such. There were a few gameplay gimmicks I didn't mention, which I will go over in this video, but I explained things well enough in that video. To put it very simply, it's a single-player mobile version of Monopoly, and it's not really like Monopoly, but I digress, that involves rolling the dice to earn money to upgrade your landmarks while collecting stickers to infinitely increase your net worth. It's very straightforward, which is the reason why what's happening to this game is so insane. Again, go watch my first video on this game to get a more detailed explanation of everything if you haven't seen it. With that being said, let's dive straight into the cash-grabbing scam app once again. And like I said, it's somehow gotten worse. And you might be asking, dear viewer, how on earth could this game possibly have gotten worse? You ranted about it for over 20 minutes initially, and now you're telling me there's somehow even more to complain about?
Yes.
Let's see what new things the game has implemented. What did they... What? Oh, what the f***? 6-star stickers? What? Yeah, this game is a joke. Are we done here? Do I need to continue? Oh, you want me to continue complaining? Fine.
As you wish.
As the title of this video suggests, this game hates you. It hates you. The only benefit it gets out of you is the money in your wallet. Absolutely nothing else. This game lies, it cheats, and it steals. Previously, I had the sentiment that the game was just a manipulative scam because Scopely, the developers behind this game, were greedy scumbags. That hasn't changed. They're still greedy scumbags, but what was previously manipulation has turned into pure malice. These people could bait you into giving them your entire life savings, your house, your car, your wife and kids, etc., and they would laugh all the way to the bank while you sit on the street begging for cash because you're homeless now. And then they would come and take the cash a random kind soul gave to you as well. Now, look, I get needing to make money. The people who work at Scopely have to pay the bills like everyone else. I don't fault them for having in-app purchases and trying to run a business like many other people do. But there's an honorable and not scummy way to go about it. A lot of apps that have in-app purchases make a lot of money, but they don't make it absolutely impossible to be able to do anything in the app without having to pay for stuff. I can think of several examples off the top of my head. Royal Match, Royal Kingdom, Subway Surfers, Board Kings, Hungry Shark Evolution, even Candy Crush these days isn't as bad as it used to be with in-app purchases, and that game is a juggernaut in the Match 3 game library. My point is, you can charge money in your game and make money while doing it cleanly. Monopoly Go does not do this. It is designed specifically in a way to get you addicted and make you feel like you have to spend money to keep moving forward. Now, obviously, spending money is a choice, and you can actively choose not to give these people money. But the issue is, people are giving them money, and a lot of it. And I've come to the conclusion that if people want to spend their money on this, that's their choice. My issue is the way Scopely manipulates you into doing it. Trust me, my finger has hovered over the purchase button on a dice pack several times in the past, and it took some serious willpower to not do it. I'm telling you, this game is vicious. Something to point out is that Monopoly Go is not the only game Scopely has gotten their grubby hands on. I've read multiple comments now about how they made Marvel Strike Force and how that game is awful as well, so it makes a lot more sense why Monopoly Go is suffering the same fate. Recently, Scopely also purchased Pokemon Go, and that has a lot of people very worried. A good friend of mine from college plays that that game religiously, and she is very worried about what's going to happen to it now that Scopely is in charge, especially after I showed her my first Monopoly Go video and explained Scopely's shady business tactics to her. And she isn't the only one. People have commented and talked to me directly about how they're scared Pokemon Go is going to run into the ground through microtransactions now. I really hope it doesn't, but we'll have to see. So back to the topic at hand, let's talk about how there were a good few people that made valid arguments on the previous video saying things like, it's not that deep, bro. And yeah, you're right, it isn't that deep. Why am I being driven so insane by a phone game that I can delete at any time? Well, like I said last time, I'm insane. I can't let go. Something about this game keeps me from deleting it, and that in turn makes me suffer through watching this game continuously getting worse and worse. Maybe I'll be lucky enough to be online when the game eventually crumbles into dust and I can cackle like Skeletor as I savor the satisfaction. Or I'm just making these videos for fun. That's the more simple answer. And I like torturing myself, I guess. I'm not a masochist, I swear. So, the new 6-star stickers are a big feature for the game's new season, the Summer Sticker Album. As if gold 4 and 5-star stickers weren't hard enough to obtain before, now there's even harder stickers to get that I believe can only be obtained through the game's brand new revamped community chest, or if you get very, very lucky with other sticker packs. The community chest is a feature I completely glossed over in the first video, mostly because I just forgot to talk about it, and to be fair, the way it used to work was extremely forgettable, and it also was completely useless 99% of the time. The way it worked before was when you landed on the community chest spaces on the Monopoly board, it would add money to the chest. Every morning when your daily quick wins reset, the community chest would open and it would be a fast, simple roulette where some of the friends you had in the game would multiply the amount of money in the chest if you landed on them. Once you did, however, they would be replaced with a key, and if you landed on a key, the chest would open and you'd get the money you'd collected thus far. Very rarely you could avoid landing on any keys, and not only would the money in your chest be multiplied by 50, but you also got a purple 5-star sticker pack as an extra reward. Even then, it was still useless because it would almost always be all duplicates, but I digress. Everyone knows how much I hate the stickers. I don't need to rehash it, but I'm probably going to rehash it anyway. The new community chest is, well, it's not great, but it's at the very least better than it used to be, or at least more interactive. Now you select 3 friends to work with to complete random tasks to earn keys, and try to upgrade your 3 chests to the max level by landing on the respective community chest spaces. If you fully upgrade all the chests, you get a decent amount of cash, dice, side rewards like Cash Boost and Mega Heist, and a chance, to get the new 6-star red sticker pack. Yeah, like I said, a chance. The fact I could do all that work to upgrade all my chests to max level and still have a chance of not getting this thing is actually crazy. I was lucky enough to get one the other day when I opened my 3 chests, and the rest of the rewards were a little underwhelming considering how much work I put into trying to upgrade the chests with my friends, but that's par for the course in Monopoly Go. Your hard work is rewarded with disappointment. Oh, so I decided to grab some footage of the new community chest today, and I was able to nab another 6-star sticker pack. I got 2 duplicate 6-star stickers. Not 1, 2! Are you actually joking? Is this a real game? Just a reminder, the community chest is weekly now, not daily, so you have to work really hard to try and build up your chest for the entire week, only to get duplicates. Why am I surprised? I thought that maybe, just maybe, they would cool it with the duplicates a little bit now that we have even harder stickers to get that are mainly in the community chest.
Oh, no.
How could I be so silly? Scopely would never do that. This makes the whole video right here. I should just stop right now. Not only do we have to get 6-star stickers, but you can get duplicates of them too. I'm done. This game is a joke. Anyway, what else has happened in the game since I last talked about it? And what did I miss talking about last time? Well. I noticed when I went to get my daily reward the other day that the shop looked different. And lo and behold, the amount of things you can get with real money has changed. They made it where you can get more dice in the packages you purchase now.
Woo! Yeah, baby!
So remember in the last video how you could spend $100 to purchase 3,700 dice? Well, now 3,700 dice is only half that much at $50, and now the $100 package is 8,200 dice, and you get an extra 18,000 dice the first time you purchase it. Again, first purchase, so Scopely expects me to do that more than once. Okay. I feel like Scopely watched my first video on this game and saw how upset I was over the outrageous dice packages and decided to make them about 2% more valuable. There is still no way on God's green earth I am spending $100 on dice in this game. I'm not doing it. I wouldn't care if it was 1,000,000 dice. Oh, and the cast packages you can still buy are just as worthless. The $100 cast package now gives you 142 billion cash instead of 102 billion. That'll upgrade probably one extra landmark on my end considering what level I'm on. Thanks, Scopely. God, this game is such a joke. Why do I play this again? Also, the side events have continued to get more and more rigged. I can't finish anything now. Every now and then I'll finish one thing or get semi-close after using all my dice, but Scopely has made it nearly impossible to get anywhere near winning anything. They don't give enough tokens for the partner events and make it very difficult to get them. The partner wheel is rigged. They don't give us enough hammers or pickaxes or whatever for the digging events. They're super stingy with the prize drop tokens. Am I sensing a pattern here? Back to actual new content, there's a somewhat newer mode called Adventure Club, and this is something I actually forgot to mention in the first video, where you team up with 7 other players to complete a series of levels. These levels are navigated by completing tasks, and you complete these tasks by drawing cards. You can draw cards if you have compasses. You get these from the daily tournament and top bar events. This mode isn't actually that bad. It can be annoying sometimes because it's entirely based on chance, but I actually completed the most recent one, which was Escape the Empire, and I got a wild sticker out of it. Not like it really mattered because I didn't finish the album, but whatever. A very rare example of me actually finishing an event. I was lucky to have teammates who actually contributed. They've also introduced a class system in the game now where you can upgrade your train car by earning tokens based on where you place in the daily tournaments. The better class you are, the more rewards you get when you place high in a tournament. I actually like this feature a lot, and it's an incentive to be more active in the tournaments. Sucks that you have people spending money and cheating so you can hardly ever get up near the top spot usually. This next one is a feature that actually isn't all that bad, although it's very hit or miss if you're going to gain a lot from it. Bank of Monopoly. This is a bonus level that shows up every 10 boards where you roll around a golden shiny Monopoly board while picking up dice, stickers, cash, and sometimes you'll get lucky and land on a vault which gives you a token or more dice. It's cool to have this in the game, I guess. I don't end up getting anything substantial from it, but that may be just me. If the game implemented more features like this, I'd be making a much different video. It's a very small step in the right direction, but Scopely's got about 423 billion steps to take in the right direction before they redeem themselves in my eyes. They also added a new carnival game along with Juggle Jam called Fortune Flip. It's just a game of chance. You pick cards and hope they're good so you can get tickets. This game sucks. Not only does it take an insane amount of tokens to be able to play at all, but it's also rigged. Surprise, surprise. I don't recommend this one. It's terrible. The racing event is still around because the developers hate you, and the most recent one they had was awful. Over the last couple months, they've added new power-ups to the races like the rocket and ball and chain, and they're useless for the most part, and don't even get me started on how horrendous the ball and chain is. It's insanely broken, and there's no cap on how many you can collect and use on a single team if you want to be an a-hole. If the game doesn't want you to win, you're not going to win. Simple as that. Anyway, back to the most recent race event. Not only were the rewards terrible for the amount of resources you had to spend to maintain first place, all first place got was a token, purple pack, and blue pack, but the other teams I went up against got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of points, while all my rolls were some of the lowest points you could get. Try and tell me this game isn't rigged. I dare you. Oh, and they're partnering with Marvel again to do a special event for the upcoming Fantastic Four movie. I can't wait to not be able to get special shields and tokens of my favorite Fantastic Four stuff because Scopely decided I was going to land on free parking over and over, while the current spaces I need to land on are the tax tiles and not the corner spaces. I dedicate more time to this subject, but, I mean, does it really matter? Oh man, they're tempting me. This Dr. Doom shield actually looks cool, but I will not be lured into the false hope that I'll actually get it. Don't do it, Intel. Don't fall for it. And I fell for it. I got the Dr. Doom shield. Was it worth it? Probably not, but it looks cool. See what this game does to you? It tempts you with shiny new toys and dangles them in front of you for a limited time, and it tries to make you spend all your dice so then they can try to sell you dice bundles. Urgh! Over the last couple of months, the game had a Star Wars season that had a ton of Star Wars themed events that offered shields and tokens from the Star Wars universe as rewards, along with the whole Monopoly board getting a Star Wars makeover, on top of an entire sticker album filled with Star Wars stickers. I actually found all of it kind of charming. Until I got to the last set in the album. I remember having to do a double take when I first saw this set. I thought I was losing it, but then I blinked and I realized, yep, there is a set of stickers that are all golds. And what made this move from Scopely way below the belt is that up until this point, players were extremely frustrated with the gold stickers, with a lot of them being gold locked on every album and not being able to complete albums due to that because gold stickers couldn't be traded unless it was a Golden Blitz event. And even those events, on top of being for a limited time, only offered 2 random gold stickers to be traded. Every social media post from Scopely was hit with endless negative comments from players frustrated with the system and how they wanted it changed. And what did Scopely do after these players expressed so much frustration about the gold stickers? They gave everyone the golden middle finger and made an entire set of stickers all golds. Don't believe me? Look at this again. Look at it. All golds. Dude, these developers hate you. They despise you. The only thing that matters is your money in their pocket. Absolutely nothing else. It is nauseating.
You're disgusting!
I swear, Scopely is reading these comments and then brainstorming in their conference rooms on how to make the next update the exact opposite of what people are asking for. It's actually hilarious. Well, not exactly hilarious, but you know what I'm trying to say. These days, they're allowing the community to vote on what gold stickers should be in the Golden Blitz, but it's still only 2 stickers. Seriously, just make the Golden Blitz event where all gold stickers can be traded. Please? No? You're not gonna do that because it would lose you a few bucks? Speaking of the Star Wars event, the minigames during this period were absolutely atrocious. The partner events were stupid as always, and the racing events can go suck all the balls, but the most egregious and blatantly rigged minigames, at least for players that don't spend the net worth of Fort Knox to buy more dice, were the treasure-digging games. These used to be hard enough, and I myself have only completed a couple of them since they were introduced a couple years ago, but Scopely decided that they weren't difficult enough and not only reduced the amount of pickaxes, well, they were blasters this time around, but they also started implementing dig spaces that take 2 hits to break. Yeah, scraping the bottom of the barrel to try and finish that level to get that dice reward? Too bad! We're putting a huge treasure under a big chunk of blocks that all take 2 hits to break! Now, you might be wondering, some of the footage you're seeing in this video consists of clips I recorded in my game, just like I did in the first video. As you can see, I actually have a decent amount of dice under my belt. How is that, you may ask? Did you crack the code? Well, if simply not playing very much and stacking dice by not getting very far in most of the events is cracking the code, then yes, you could say I did. A lot of people were commenting this on the previous video. They were saying that a lot of people are impatient and don't save their dice and waste them all. So I used restraint and tried to save up a bunch. It didn't do a whole lot, and it's more concrete proof that having a lot of dice doesn't do you any favors. I saved up to over 12,000 dice at one point a few weeks ago and tried my best to complete the last Star Wars partner event, and after going through almost 7,000 dice, I didn't get anywhere near close to finishing it. That should put things into perspective. Having a lot of dice will not save you. The game will just cheat even harder to make sure you don't win and waste all of your dice. Because as we established last time, nothing in the game is random. It's all predetermined. I've had many people tell me that their tokens start avoiding the spaces they need to land on to gain points for certain events like the Plague all the way up until the end of the event, such as the 4 corner spaces, but as soon as the event in question ends, they immediately start landing on the corner spaces when they're not relevant anymore. Coincidence? I think not! I've had this happen to me many times. I can confirm it. It's made me want to throw my phone across the room. The event calls for you to land on tax tiles and utilities. When that event isn't active, I land on the tax tiles every time I go around the board, but as soon as the event starts, my token makes the decision to start landing on every other space that isn't the tax tiles. This alone shows the game is not random chance. If it was 100% random, I would land on those tiles at least sometimes. Anyway, point is, no matter how many dice I own, I'm not going to make it very far. The game decided a long time ago I wasn't going to succeed. Why would it let me now? I can't blame it though. It's not like I've been very nice to it. Along with all that, I'm dead convinced that a lot of the people you play against in this game or even work together with in partner events and adventure club modes are bots or people cheating. You can't tell me that within a few minutes, the person in first place in the daily tournament has 60,000 points or more. If they're spending money, that's insane and they shouldn't be playing against people like me and most of the viewers of this video that don't spend money. It's even worse with the people cheating and hacking the game. How is anyone supposed to have a chance to place high in the daily tournament to win dice and stickers? It's ludicrous, especially after reading some comments about how people have been getting banned by Scopely for BS reasons. Meanwhile, these people are out here cheating and hacking and nothing happens. I'm not saying everyone who gets tons and tons of points is cheating, but I know there are some people out there and it ruins the fun for everyone else. And Scopely allowing it to happen is the worst part. So from here, let's go over a couple of specific comments I received on the first video that pointed out a couple things that I actually did not know about. Things that make this game even more evil than it already was. Scopely already wants your money more than anything ever, and they've designed the game specifically to make you spend money if you want to do anything at all. Say you give in and you purchase a bundle of dice that comes with a few perks for $20. I didn't know this, but apparently, the more money you spend, the more expensive the bundles get. Here's a comment from James Davis breaking this down. You missed the best part, price adjusting to spending. The more you spend, the more expensive the bundles get. I saw on a page for the game a guy post that he spent over $400 in about a month, justifying it of course. He showed the latest bundle. For him, it was $75. For me, it was $20 since I hadn't spent that much on the game. I've seen others like it. Someone had the wildcard bundle for $55 while mine was $45. That is beyond greed. It's manipulation. I had no idea this was something that could even happen because I don't spend money playing this game. So let me get this straight. If you do spend money, not only does the game keep cheating and it makes the money you spend a complete waste, but the next bundle you decide to get will be even more expensive, yet you get the same thing? That is absolutely insane. Pay more, expect less. That is atrocious. Another good comment pointing out something I missed last time is from your boy 8640, and that's whenever you open the game, or if you even refresh the game or leave a side minigame, forgot to mention having to close 5 windows trying to sell you dice. That is 100% correct. The game bombards you with annoying deals or sales, and you have to close at least 4 to 5 of them to even get to the game. Yes, these show up instantly before you can even play. It is obnoxious as all get out, and there's no option to turn this off. I mean, why would Scopely give us that option? Well, that might cost them a couple dollars. Heaven forbid. I also read a comment from someone that says the pop-ups are predatory and show up in just the right spot where you'll click them accidentally. If you're not paying attention, you might accidentally buy something. Now, was this the intention on Scopely's part? That's hard to prove, and I don't want to just throw out accusations that it was intentional, but I also wouldn't be surprised if it was. Here's one more comment that caught my eye that really highlights how bad the customer service is, along with Scopely just being a scummy company. As if them trying to milk every penny possible out of people wasn't evidence enough. Here's Billy Rattlestick's experience. They're absolute scum, these people. I got banned and kicked off last week, and the reason I was given was that I had been committing fraud by using an illegal version of the app. They also said I could not appeal the decision as their IT team had investigated me thoroughly and they don't make mistakes. They literally accused me of fraud and claimed that I was using illegal apps to cheat the system, something I could have been prosecuted for. I had to jump through hoops contacting their dreadfully unhelpful customer service staff who, after failing to even find my account 4 times in a row and asking me to supply gaming receipts and details I was uncomfortable giving out, just reiterated that they're never wrong on these matters. I reported them to Google Play and got nowhere. They won't do anything to help you if you get screwed by a gaming company on their site. They just fob you off and tell you to go sort it out with the company you're having issues with. Eventually, after 4 days of back and forth and refusing to back down and finally threatening to report them to the financial authorities, they admitted that their IT team, the ones who don't make mistakes, had admitted that their bots responsible for detecting fraudulent accounts had wrongly flagged up my account and mistook it for someone else's. Then they told me that sometimes they make mistakes and that they were in the process of updating their systems to ensure this doesn't happen again and that it's extremely rare. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I also looked at the 1-star reviews on Google Play and Trustpilot, and this seems to be a very common thing for them to do. There's loads of people who have been banned and booted in the exact same way. As compensation, they offered me 500 free rolls or a swap pack, lol. I refused 3 times and argued back that I should be refunded for all the resources they cost me by kicking me off in the middle of an expensive tournament, and I asked for the company name who they answered to in regards to operating procedures, and to my surprise, they actually backed down, completely refunded me, and gave me 500 free rolls as well as the swap pack. I've since stopped using it, I don't trust them at all after this, and I don't trust Google Play anymore, so I'll not be using anything from them in the future. My jaw was on the floor after reading this comment. I knew the developers of this game were scummy, but this is next level. He was able to get his stuff reimbursed at the very least. Once again, I need to point out the insanity of how people are getting suspended and having their accounts banned for bogus reasons. Meanwhile, people are currently hacking and cheating in this game with no consequence. It would be different if this was a one-off, a one-in-a-million fluke, if you will. Like I mentioned before, Scopely is a literal billion-dollar company. Do they not have the funds to invest in a competent IT team that can properly look into these cases without the victim of the wrongful suspension having to jump through dozens of hoops just to get their accounts back? This is absolutely ridiculous. You have the resources, Scopely. Use them. If you're going to manipulate people and pull them into an addiction that causes them to waste money on this game, you could at the very least use that money for something important. That would be a foreign concept to these people, though. There are dozens and dozens of comments in the last video that I could go through, but this video would be like 2 hours long if I did that. Maybe I'll do a live stream reading all the comments. Possibly, if the demand is there. I hope it is. Some of those comments are literally hilarious. Another thing to add to the pile is that the game still doesn't offer a game chat and teams. Some comments suggested the reason Scopely doesn't have a game chat is to keep the game family friendly because there's of course going to be creeps and weirdos that join these chats and ruin the fun for everyone. That's valid. I get that. But it can be done. Want a real-time example of it working? Take a look at Royal Match, and by extension, the game's spiritual successor, Royal Kingdom. Both of these games have a team feature where you can join a team and type in the chat box about what's going on in the game, random chit-chat, but most importantly, you can request specific cards. Royal Match and Royal Kingdom have a card collection system that's basically identical to Monopoly Go's sticker albums. It's the exact same concept. You collect card packs and get a giant reward if you collect all the cards. In the team chats I just mentioned, you can tell the people in your team exactly what cards you're missing and offer trades and even just send cards to people to be nice if they need them. It's a fantastic feature, and being able to talk to people and tell them what specific cards I need has helped me finish nearly every single collection the game has put out so far. This cannot be said for Monopoly Go. Based on what I just listed, there isn't an excuse for Monopoly Go to not have this feature. Royal Match and Royal Kingdom can do it just fine with no issue, so why won't Scopely do that? You can do similar things in Monopoly Go, like trading stickers and requesting them and stuff like that, but if you actually want to talk to people, you have to go to Facebook and join an external sticker trading group that has thousands and thousands of members in it. It's very cluttered and bloated, and I've had a very hard time actually talking to people in this group. Monopoly Go even urges you to join this group to trade stickers. It's extremely unnecessary, and I think it's a bit overcomplicated to make players leave the app and join a Facebook group or Discord group or whatever else to simply talk to people to get stickers. Maybe I'm overthinking this a bit, but it would be so much easier to just put a team game chat feature in there. It would solve so many problems, and if weirdos start getting into the chats, set up a system where it detects bad language or other inappropriate things and removes those people from the group. Again, if a game like Royal Match can do this, Monopoly Go can as well without making people go through 400 different hurdles just to talk to someone about stickers. Absolutely insane. On the topic of stickers, I will still never forgive them for removing the guaranteed new sticker pack, the Galaxy Pack from my recollection, from the game a while back. They had absolutely no reason to remove it besides, take a guess, they wanted people's money and they went as far as to remove great features from the game to get it. That is unforgivable. It's one thing to want to switch things up to keep the game interesting, but removing things that are actually helpful to people solely to try and make more money is malicious. I have no other way to describe it. Another point I need to address about the stickers that I didn't talk about the first time was that the quality of the sticker packs has also been diminished. They did this a while back, actually. The way they work now is that you get 1 sticker from a green pack and 2 from an orange pack and pink pack. This was not the case originally. The green pack used to give you 2 stickers, and the orange and pink packs used to give you 3. When Scopely did the Marvel crossover last year and that season began, that's when they nerfed the sticker packs.
Why don't you do us all a favor and leave before the audience gets pissed off?
Everyone was pissed off. And guess what? It's a year later and it hasn't been changed. Everyone was pissed off. And guess what? It's a year later and it hasn't been changed since. Surprise, surprise. Also, they nerfed the vaults you get from trading in duplicate stickers. Shocking, I know. It's a small change, but it's still noticeable. Now, instead of getting dice and a pink pack from trading in dupes from the orange level 1 vault, all you get is dice. worthless. Another example of them slowly removing good things from the game bit by bit. I'm sure in the next couple years, none of the vaults will have any sticker packs in them and will also have less dice. I'm calling it now. Back on point though, the swap pack, which is the weird uncle of the Galaxy pack, is absolutely useless later on in the season. You still get all duplicates no matter what you swap. It is completely and utterly pointless. They somehow keep making the stickers worse and worse, and the new 6-star sticker pack is, I think, one of the final nails in the coffin for this game. What were they thinking? Oh yeah, all they think about are people's bank accounts. Silly me. To bring all of this to a close, this game is evil. The players and what they want are irrelevant to the people who run this game. That is made evident by the complaints on every single social media post being ignored. Like, seriously, this is Scopely whenever people criticize what the game is doing nowadays.
I'm looking through my Bible here this morning, and I can't see anything that says anything about your opinion.
Well, sometimes the complaints are taken into account by the game becoming progressively worse. It's very backwards. I'm telling you, it's intentional. You cannot convince me otherwise. The Monopoly Man, which in my eyes represents Scopely, doesn't care about you becoming a rich and successful tycoon like him. He wants to drag you into a false illusion that riches and luxury await you, when in reality, he's grooming you into giving him all of your money. A con man, a snake oil salesman, whatever you want to call him. He is after your money and your money only. And he will manipulate you and take things away from you and do everything in his power to break you and make you pay up. Now be a good boy and open your wallet. That was a little unhinged. Sorry about that. This game is dead. It's definitely still going and people are still playing it, but it's dead to me. The game has become so twisted with greed that it's unrecognizable. And this happened only after 2 years. It was nothing like this back in 2023 when I first started playing. It began to go downhill when Scopely realized what a money-making machine they had created. It's been very distressing watching this game crumble and be consumed with a lust for more and more money. There's something just so wrong about watching good and fun features being taken out of the game solely for the sake of trying to milk more cash out of people. It's asinine. Sadly, it's capitalism. A free market comes with scumbags trying to game the system in their favor. What Scopely is doing isn't illegal. It's awful and scummy, sure, but they're not breaking the law. They're just going about their schemes in a way that wrestles away your money, and when you try to challenge it, they'll put their hands in the air in innocence and claim, "Hey man, I didn't make you spend money. That was your choice. I didn't make you pay for more dice." The simple answer is, the game is just designed to be addictive and make you want to spend money because you don't want to stop playing. And sadly, a lot of people are hopelessly hooked and happily hand over hundreds of dollars to this greedy company. Take this video as a warning, as a spotlight on this company's strategy. Once again, I'm not telling you to not play or to boycott the game. I'm telling you to not give them a penny of your money. Speak with your wallet and let these people know that you won't be giving them a dime, no matter how much they try to manipulate and scam you. In the grand scheme of things, you may think videos like this are a waste of time and that there's no point in complaining about them like this. Maybe I have a skill issue. Maybe I'm petty or ridiculous for getting this worked up about a dumb mobile game I can choose to delete at any time. But if you're like me and you've put in as much time into the game as I have, and you've seen in real time how much this game has sunk into the deepest and darkest parts of greed and evil, I feel like making videos like this serve the purpose of making people aware of what's going on. I just want to inform people through an intellectual conversation, if you will. He said it! And I think that will do it for this second rant about Monopoly Go. Will this be the last video I make about this game?
Probably not.
I'm sure there will be far more to talk about regarding this game in the future. If you all want a third entry in this video saga, you know what to do. I see you eyeing that like button. Don't be afraid to push it for me, and don't be afraid to share this video around with everyone you know so more people can become intellectuals and join the conversations I have around here. I seriously appreciate each and every one of you. The first video on Monopoly Go has hit the algorithm, I guess, since a ton of people have been watching it, commenting, and even subscribing. As I'm recording this, I'm at like 800 subs strong. I love you all, and I hope you're looking forward to more content in the near future. My next review will likely be on Mario Kart World, so keep an eye out for that. And I might do a special live conversations episode about the new Fantastic Four movie. I could do a poll to see if y'all want a live stream review on it, or a video. We'll see. This is Intel once again, signing off. Screw Monopoly Go. Have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Peace!